How is time measured? By Ree Nie and Micaela. Why are there 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in an hour, and 60 seconds in a minute? To tell time at night, the Egyptians looked at the stars. The stars move across the sky as time passes, just like the sun. By choosing a couple of stars to follow, the Egyptians could tell what time of night it was by looking up to check where they were in the sky. They chose 12 stars to help them measure the time when it was completely dark outside. Added all together, 12 hours of darkness plus 12 hours of light equals to 24 hours. People called the Babylonians like to use the number 60. Lots of civilizations too used this number system, including the ancient Egyptians. That's why we divide circles into 360 parts or degrees. 60 goes into 366 times. It's also why people eventually decide to break up the face of the clock, which is also a circle, into 60 minutes, and then break down each minute into 60 seconds. It took a very long time before this happened. Why are there 365 days in a year, 7 days in a week, and 12 months in a year? The year is based off how long it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun. It actually takes roughly 365.25 days, which is why we have to add an extra day every year for every 4 years to make up for it. The months are based roughly on a cycle of the moon, which is 29 days. There are 12 months because that's what divides most evenly into 365. The extra days were distributed among the 12 months. February got shorter because Julius Caesar and Augustus, which was the founder of the Roman Empire, who wanted the months named after them, July and August, to have the larger 31 days. The week has no basis in nature, but it's based off the biblical creation week described in the book of Genesis, which says that God took 6 days to create the earth and had 1 day to rest. Why do we have leap years? To keep a normal Gregorian calendar with the Earth's revolution around the Sun. In a solar year, it takes the Earth 365.2421299, or 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds to complete. Unfortunately, a solar year takes 11 minutes left and 365 and a quarter to finish. To compensate for this, the leap year is added every 4 years. What is a leap second? It is a second added to June 30th so the atomic clocks could synchronize with the rotation of the Earth. Where do the words year, month, week, day, hour, minute, and second come from? These words come from Latin. The word minute means small, the word year means period, month means moon, week means 7 days, day means space of life, hour means time, minute means small, and second is beta in Latin. How did the metric time system work, and why is it used now? In the metric system, there are 100 seconds per minute, 100 minutes in an hour, and 10 hours per day. A metric second is 0.864 of a normal second. A metric minute is 1.25 of a normal 60-second minute. A metric hour will be 2.24 minutes of our 60-minute hour. It would be 5 in the afternoon, and it will be 10 o'clock during midnight. If we use the metric system, we're not going to synchronize with the daylight we get. Why are there different time zones around the world? Only part of the globe would receive light when the opposite side of the globe would be dark. As Earth rotates, different parts of the Earth receives sunlight or darkness, giving us day and light. As your location on Earth rotates into sunlight, you see the sun rise. When your location rotates out of sunlight, you see the sun set. If we had one single time zone for Earth, noon would be in the middle of the day in some places, but it would be morning and evening, and in the middle of the night in others. Since different parts of the Earth enter and exit daylight at different times, we need different time zones. In the late 1800s, a group of scientists figured out a way to divide the world into different time zones. In order to build a time zone map, they studied Earth's movements. As Earth rotates on its axis, it moves about 15 degrees every 60 minutes. After 24 hours, it has completed a full circle rotation of 360 degrees. The scientists use this information to divide the planet into 24 sections or time zones. Each time zone is 15 degrees of longitude wide. What is the International Dateline and why is it needed? The International Dateline is a particular line on the globe that changes its day and date. It is needed because of the past. In the past, people judged time by sun's place. If the sun was at the highest of the sky, it was afternoon. During those times, a day was the amount of time between each two noons. So people set their clocks to this cycle. But the trouble was that each city had a different afternoon due to the Earth's longitude. Adjoining cities could have different times. Near the equator, traveling westward about 1,000 miles delays the arrival of noon by 1 hour. That is why we need the International Dateline. What is the Greenwich Mean Time and why is it called that? Greenwich Mean Time or Greenwich Meridian Time, also called Universal Time, is the mean solar time at the Royal Observatory of Greenwich, London. Why do some countries have daylight saving time? They set their standard clocks 1 hour forward in the spring and set it 2 hours back in the fall. We have daylight saving time to make better use of daylight. DST is also used to reduce the amount of energy needed for artificial lighting due to the evening hours. Some studies show that DST could lead to fewer road accidents and injuries by supplying more daylight during the hours more people use the roads. Some people suggest reminding themselves about this using the phrases spring forward and fall back. How many time zones does China have? China has 5 time zones, one in Hongyuan, Longshu, Tibet, Kunlun, and Changbai. However, the standard times used in Chinese mainland, Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan province are the same, for they are all in the same time zone, Universal Time, 8 hours ahead of the Universal Time coordinate. Let's take a quiz. Try to answer as many questions as you can before the time is up. Did you manage to get all of them right? Thanks for watching.